Say goodbye to Happy Clappy Jesus. He's out. Ouch, that gospel was rough. Take up your cross, deny yourself, and follow me. No thanks. I don't know. Who do people say that the Son of Man is? We don't know. The gospel reading that we've been given today should wake us up a bit. We're given this gospel passage from Mark's gospel. We're not sure what happened before, but we're faced with it today. And it's interesting because you don't know, is Jesus just trying to stroke his own ego? Who do people say that I am? I want to know. Tell me. We don't know. But then they answer and they say, well, some say you're John the Baptist. He's dead. We saw him put to death a couple chapters ago, remember? Oh, you're Elijah. No, he was dead even further beyond that. One of the other prophets. No, I'm Jesus. And then Jesus gets real personal with them. You can kind of see him walking up saddling real close. Who do you say that I am? Go. Who is Jesus for you? Now we're getting heavy. Yet as Christians, that's the message, and that's the question we all have to ask ourselves every day. In these four walls, it's easy to talk about Jesus. It's easy. We all believe. Oh yeah, Jesus is our Savior. He's our Redeemer. He's my best friend. He's this. For the folks out there, a lot more difficult. A friend of mine was at the General Convention, and he said that there were these pins that were going around. There was an icon of Christ, like a little badge. And around it said, ask me about Jesus. He said people would have thought that they put gold on the back of them the way they were taking them. And people were putting them on their outfits, and priests were wearing them with their collars. And it said, ask me about Jesus. Well, duh. You're at the General Convention of the Episcopal Church. Hopefully somebody there can speak half intelligently about Jesus. That was a no-brainer. He said the most disheartening fact was that as soon as the convention was over for the day, the number of people trying to rip those badges off, you'd have thought that they were a hot coal. Because it's easy to talk about Jesus when you're with people who believe. It's a heck of a lot harder when you get out there. And yet, if you remember the gospel today, Jesus didn't say it was all unicorns and rainbows. Jesus gave us some harsh words. Deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me. No thanks. My friend was telling me that later one of those evenings they were out to dinner, and apparently one of the priests couldn't get his button off quick enough. So he's at dinner and the waiter has come around and got orders and he's bringing the drinks. And the waiter goes, okay, tell me about Jesus. Uh-oh. The priest looked down and was like, I'm not a caller. He goes, that stupid badge got me. And he goes, well, first off, Jesus loves you. So the waiter broke down in tears. As the story told, the man had just come out the day before to his family that he was gay. His dad disowned him. He was thinking about killing himself. Ask me about Jesus. He loves you. Changed the young man's life. And that's the message we're called. It's not easy. Jesus never once said that salvation was easy. He never once said that redemption was easy. It surely wasn't easy for him. 3 hours on the cross, giving his mother away to a disciple. It wasn't easy for him. Why do we think it's going to be any easier for us? And the message is still the same. Deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me. And that means being uncomfortable. That means being uncomfortable and having difficult conversations with people out there, and not to be afraid. Do you know the most used word in the Bible? Love. The second most used word in the Bible is fear. And do you know what that's preceded by? Do not be. Put those three together. Do not be afraid to love. Because that's the message of Christ. Who do people say that I am? He's asking each and every one of us, who do people say that I am? And to tell the world around us because they want to know. The Episcopal Church has the greatest message in the world and the world's worst marketing department. You know who that marketing department is? Take a look around. We've got a message of salvation. We can't be afraid to tell us. Who do people say that I am? Who is Jesus Christ for you?